All right, good evening, everybody, and thank you for joining me this fantastic Tuesday evening. Today, I am going to be talking about fruit fasting and the benefits of fruit fasting in general, because I get a lot of questions from people about fruit fast and how do I fruit fast, because people always want to, find it's an interesting topic, and a lot of people ask questions about it. So today I'm going to tackle it, but I'm going to talk about it in a lot of detail to tell you about, number one, fruit fasting, how to fruit fast, how to prepare for your fruit fast, some of the benefits of fruit fasting, and just show you guys a couple of simple things. One of the things, the reason why I have this watermelon here is because I am actually going to show you guys the proper way to cut a watermelon, because apparently a lot of people don't know how to cut a watermelon, so I'm going to show you the proper way to cut a watermelon so you can make your life easy when you get a watermelon, number one, so that you know how to cut it. And then several other fruit as well, like pineapples. Apparently a lot of people don't know how to cut pineapples either. So I'm going to cover that, but make sure when you watch this video that you read the write-up, because in the write-up I'm going to put a lot of details about fruit fasting, so you don't have to ask as many questions. So watch the video, but also read the write-up, because a lot of details that I don't cover will be in the write-up as well. So first off, let's get to cutting a watermelon, and also we're going to be talking about the benefits of fruit fasting. So first of all, let's start with the watermelon. So you get a nice sized watermelon like this. This is a seeded watermelon, by the way. So if you can, always buy a seeded watermelon if you can. Once again, seeded fruit is better than non-seeded fruit. But if you can't, obviously you get what you can get, but the seeded is always going to be better. So how do we start by cutting a watermelon? I start by taking a nice sized knife and I stick it right down the middle like that. And all I do is move it to the ends like that. Perfect. All right? Once I get it there, I just do the same thing on the other side, and then you kind of pull your watermelon apart. There you go. So, actually I was supposed to go all the way through, but it's not a big deal. You can just do this, and you can finish the rest. There we go. And always cut away from your stuff. That's number one. So there you go. All right. So, once we do that, then you're going to take your watermelon and put it face down. All right, and do it again. So you cut it in half, nice and even. There we go. All right, perfect. All right. So now you take your watermelon and you cut slices like that. Depending on how thick you want your slices, you just go through your watermelon just like that, nice and simple. All right, and then if you want to, you can go down the middle, and then you just take first, then you get a container. So I always have a nice size container like this. All right, set it down in the container, and just scoop as close to the core as you can, and you have chunks of watermelon come out. Nice and easy. Easy way to cut your watermelon, no mess. There you go. And even though it didn't go perfectly, as you can see, it's still easy to do. All right, I'm going to cut this one down a little bit, so that's a little bit more, it's a little easier to handle. And always remember, cut away from your hand. Watermelons are slick, so once again, same thing. Alright, go as close to the white core as you can, and they just come out. Nice and easy. Alright, so when you do fruit fast, it is always best, in my opinion, to do one fruit, like a mono fruit fast. A lot of people get bored and they want to do several, but I think it's best for your body, because your body, the more simple your digestive system is, the better. So if you can do one fruit in a day or one fruit per serving, it's better, because your body digests that much better than you mixing fruit. Something to note with fruit fast, you want to be very mindful about mixing citrus fruits with especially with melon. Okay, so if you're gonna do melon, right, try to do melon by itself. So the melon family would be your cantaloupes, your honeydews, and obviously your regular seeded watermelons like that. Try to do them by themselves or with other fruit that don't really disturb them. So usually when I'll do my watermelon like that. As you can see, I got the big tub like that already. And then sometimes what I do is I pair my watermelon with a simple fruit like blueberry. Blueberry actually goes with everything, okay? So I take a little blueberries, put that in there, and there you go. All set with the watermelon for my fast, all right? All right? Now, fruit fasting is extremely good for you because, once again, like I said, it gives your digestive system a rest. That's one of the good things about it. It helps your body because it doesn't take a lot of energy for your body to process and digest and eliminate fruit. So what happens is more of your energy goes to actually cleansing your body. Fruit is also very high in fiber, so that also helps to cleanse your body, especially something like watermelon, high in fiber, high in water, and other vitamins and minerals. We talk about minerals all the time, so minerals are also great. One of the great benefits of fruit, very high in vitamins and minerals. One of the downsides of fruit fasting is that some other nutrients you may miss, okay? Like your proteins, your fats, and stuff like that. So sometimes when people are on fruit fast, they find themselves feeling a little bit hungry, or you might, like I said, get a little bit of malnourishment because you might miss some of those things. One hack to a fruit fast is in the first thing in the morning, drink like a vegan protein shake. All right, so you get your protein in. You can put a couple of scoops of chia seeds. That'll help you with things like omega-3s, iron, calcium. That's the things that chia seeds are high in. And also, if you want to, you can take a small scoop of a nut butter, whether it's almond butter or something like that. You can get some healthy fats as well. But that will bridge whatever gap that is, and then you can do fruit for the rest of the day. So that's one. Let me wipe this down real quick. From the watermelon juice. Not that it's going to bother anything. There we go. Perfect. So next up, what we're going to do is we're going to cut our pineapple. Like I said, remember about citrus. You don't want to mix your citrus with other stuff. So if you're going to do pineapple, I suggest you do the pineapple by itself or with other citrus stuff like oranges and or grapefruit. Grapefruit is also a very good fruit to use for a fruit fast, but you don't want to mix grapefruits with melons. Okay? So keep that in mind. All right? So with a pineapple, what you do first off, you come as close to the crown as you can, and you just cut down. Perfect. All right? Crown gone. All right? I know people have seen a lot of cool videos where they peel it apart and stuff like that. Generally, in real life, it doesn't really work that easily, but okay. So then you start on the sides, and you just come down the sides. Just like that. All right? Notice I'm always cutting away from myself. All right? Next up, you cut the bottom as close to that as you can, and perfect. You have a peeled pineapple. All right? So you're going to have a couple of those little things there. That's not a big deal. You can actually eat them, or you can go back through and you can cut them a little bit finer if you want. I don't really bother with them. All right? And you get yourself a container, and real simple, press down, and you can do one more cut, press down. Okay? Press down. All right, so then you just grab your little spears at that point, and you just, once again, make sure you're very experienced with a knife if you're going to do that. If not, for people who are not as experienced, that's what I would do. Okay? In fact, I'm going to do that so people don't get the idea that they can do it that other way. Right? So some of the other benefits of fruit fasting are going to be, especially for people who want to lose weight. fruit fasting is a great way to get a calorie deficit. We talk about calorie deficit all the time. Calorie deficits is basically what you need to do if you're going to lose weight. You need to ingest less calories than you burn. So a lot of times people try to starve themselves and try to go the regular fasting route, which most people just are not capable of doing. Why? Because most people don't have the discipline to go all day without food in their bodies. However, with a fruit fast, what happens is you have a lot of fiber, you're going to have the natural sugars, and so it's going to give you the feeling of fullness minus the calories, right? So you're going to eat maybe about 5 to 8 servings of fruit in a day, okay? But 5 to 8 servings of fruit is going to wind up being about 1,000 to 1,200 calories, because fruit really doesn't have that many calories, especially if you're eating a serving size of about this size, okay? It's only going to have about maybe 120 to 200 calories at best, depending on what fruit you have. Okay, so try to also pick lower calorie, lower sugar fruits, but once again, 100 to 200 calories, that's about all it's going to be. If you're doing that 5 to 8 times a day, you're going to wind up between 12 to 1,500 calories. There goes your calorie deficit. There goes your weight loss. Okay? So, the next question for a lot of people is, how long do you do a fruit fast? Well, generally, you can do a fruit fast from 3 to 5 days. However, what people can do also is they can do a fruit fast every other day. Okay? So you don't necessarily have to do it 3 days straight. You can do it on Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Okay? But the days in between, make sure you eat light. You don't go back to eating heavy, greasy foods and all that kind of stuff like that. So you eat lighter foods. That way, your body still is able to help to eliminate, and you can still keep in a calorie deficit. But on those days, you can eat like salad and like white fish or something like that. If you eat fish, or something a little bit more substantial, but not the super heavy foods and stuff like that. So right now, as you can see, I have several different fruit that I have packed up. So I have grapes, okay? I have pineapple, I have watermelon, I have blueberry, okay? And the other fruit that a lot of people seem to have an issue cutting is a mango. I don't know why, but what we're going to do is we're going to show how to cut a mango. Actually, hold on. I'm going to transfer that. So I put my mango in here. So there's 2 basic ways you can cut a mango, okay? The simple and old school way is just to peel it. And so you just, now this is the one that a lot of people will have issues with, because you are just cutting as thin across the skin as you can, and you're peeling your mango that way. Okay? A lot of people don't have the confidence with the knife to do that, and so they wind up either A, cutting themselves, or B, gouging the mango to the point where they cut more mango than they do than is necessary. All right. And there you go. Last but not. So just that fast, fully peeled mango. All right. And then how you would cut it is you cut as close to there's a little marker right there. It shows you where the seed is. You go down to the seed. All right. All right. And then you slice through the mango. Once again, you have a nice piece of mango, and then you just take that. And do the same thing on the other side. Once again, be very mindful. And then now you just cut along the seed so you don't just throw away mango for no reason. So that's kind of like the hard way to do it. I guess the easier way to do it was you're going to do the same thing I just did, except you're going to not bother with the skin, and you're going to cut straight down. cutting your mango in half, and then you're going to do this. Cut it like that, and then make it a lot easier and do like that. That way you can kind of see the skin a little bit better. You can get right under the skin and just cut along the skin. And there you go. All right? Whichever way works best for you and your cutting skills, if you will. But once again, when you do it that way, you get nice, just thin skin. That's it. And you can just cut along the skin. All right. Perfect. All right, there we go. All right, so one fruit that I like to pair mangoes with, once again, I always tell you guys I like blueberries. So I put mangoes and blueberries together because blueberries go with just about everything. And boom. All right. Sorry, there we go. Now, my grapes that I have over there, I can pair those, once again, with the mangoes and blueberries. They're not going to clash or anything, no citrus in there. Grapes are also very good as far as a cleansing fruit. They're great for cleansing your lymphatic nerves and your lymphatic system and everything like that, so that's actually pretty good. So, hold on one second. Now, the other thing, and some of the most important things when it comes down to fasting, what do you drink when you fast? Okay, a lot of people drink a lot of water, which is great. I like herbal teas. Okay, so generally when I fast, herbal tea is what I drink. I drink things like moringa tea, dandelion tea, and or I do hibiscus tea. A lot of people have never seen hibiscus tea, so I'm going to show you what hibiscus tea looks like. Hibiscus tea looks like this. Okay, in Jamaica they call it sorrel. They call it a lot of different things. But how hibiscus tea works is pretty simple. You're going to take gonna fill a pot. A pot is this pot probably holds somewhere like 120 ounces of water. We're gonna fill it up really quickly. And once again, this goes into prepping your food, okay? As you can see how easy it is to prep this stuff, it doesn't really take that long. But basically, I just prepped enough fruit for 3 days plus. So, and this is, if you're going to do herbal tea, this is what you do the night before. There you go. So now I have a pot full of water, okay? And here goes my bag of hibiscus. It is actually just dried hibiscus. Little balls or bulbs of hibiscus. And so, because these are very potent, you would take maybe a handful for that much water. So a handful is about that much, and you put that in there. I'm going to put just a little bit more. But that's all you need. Okay? And I do hibiscus and ginger, because once again, ginger is also great for fasting, great for detoxing your system. So I take some ginger after I wash it off, and I just cut a couple of thin slices of ginger like that. Drop it in. Drop it in. So once again, when you fast, remember every time you eat fruit like that, it's very important that you drink water. So every time I eat fruit, I drink about an 8 to 12 ounce glass of either straight water or herbal tea. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this, set this on a fire, bring it to a boil, right? And then turn the fire off, cover the pot, and let it sit for about an hour. And it drains and seeps out everything. Then you strain out the ginger and the leaves, okay? Or you can leave it in if you want to. It's preferably you strain it out and you put it into a pitcher like this, and now you have your drink for the day, depending on what your size is. Once again, 1 ounce of water per half pound of body weight. I'm 200 pounds, so 1 ounce, half my weight is 100 pounds, 100 ounces of water. That's about what I'm going to be drinking a day. So I take this, set it on the fire, bring it to a boil. If you want to sweeten it a little bit, which I would say go very easy on the sweetener, use all natural honey or something like maple syrup, just a little bit to enhance the taste. You can also add 1 or 2 limes and lemons to this. Okay, that'll give your help to cleanse your liver a little bit more, because limes and lemons are great for cleansing your liver as well. So we're going to take this, set this on the fire. Okay. All right, and get our fire going. And so pretty much it's just that simple when it comes down to prepping for your fruit fast. So as you guys can see, once again, we have all the makings of a fruit fast for the next, I would say, 3 days plus. All right, because I have some more blueberries here. All right, and I can always add blueberries to any of these things, but this is what I'm going to consume for the next 2 to 3 days, pretty much. All right, with my hibiscus tea. And like I said, if you want to, you can put a little protein shake in the morning to fill your gaps if you want. Once again, keep it very light, but this is a great way, once again, to get your calorie count down, okay, for people who are trying to lose weight, slim out, or even just detox their bodies. Once again, if you have problems with inflammation and stuff like that, fasting, especially fruit fasting, will help. If you have some issues as far as diabetes and stuff like that, you may be mindful about doing a fruit fast, because it can tend to spike or drop your sugar unexpectedly. So always consult with your physician before you do that. But just for people who have, simple problems like some insulin resistance, this is great for helping with insulin resistance. Once again, losing weight, great for that. Fasting also helps to boost your body's human growth hormones. So, people always talk about trying to look younger. Fasting is something that's actually going to help that, because it actually boosts your body's natural human growth hormone. And it's, once again, it's great for you. People talk about great skin. I eat a lot of fruit. That is where it comes from. I also fast. That is where it comes from. So fasting, water, taking care of yourself, detoxifying and cleansing your body, these are the things you want to do. So like I said, leave me your questions and your comments. If you want to work with me directly on, something to solve your particular needs or issues, make sure to hit me up either on my email, TitusUnlimited@gmail.com, or you can send me a direct message. I do get a lot of messages, so it takes me a little while, maybe a couple hours or a day or so, but I will get back to you on that. Once again, leave me your questions, your comments, but I hope I was able to help you guys figure this out so that we can have more success when it comes down to our health goals. Thank you so much. Have a fantastic evening, and I'll talk to you soon.